but I'm gonna skip right
About the number?
so far.
Ganz
A young girl must battle her way through a world she does not yet understand in the fabulous new action-adventure, Hanna. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another week in the magical world of movies. My name is Nathan Ligon, resident film critic for Shot and Cut Films, here to talk to you about what's going on in theaters and on DVD. The first film this week I'm actually really excited to talk to you about, Hanna.
You're dead. Right now. I've killed you.
Hanna is a sort of fairy tale about a young girl played perfectly by Saoirse Ronan who lives in the woods with her father Eric, played by Eric Bana. Their daily routine consists of learning how to hunt, learning how to kill, and learning how to avoid being killed at all costs. You might think this is a period piece from its breathtaking first act, but in fact this film takes place during modern day, and the reason for this seclusion is revealed to be because of a sinister CIA agent named Marissa Viegler, played by Cate Blanchett, who will not stop until they are dead. The only way that Hanna or her father will ever be able to live a normal life is to live in a world without Marissa. So, when young Hanna is ready, she embarks on a mission to kill Marissa and rendezvous with her father before the CIA catches on to their whereabouts. However, Eric did not prepare Hanna for the amazing world that she finds herself in, or the real reason why she is so different. Soon, her journey really becomes about self-discovery and understanding her true place in the world. Plus some real kick-ass action. I love this film. It has its issues, but they are so small I really can't remember them at all. What I do remember is that most everything in this film, from the amazing cinematography to the unforgettable performances, is of such high quality that I wanted to run back to the theater to enjoy it again. There's a sequence in the middle of this film that is all one track shot leading to a choreographed fight sequence that is one of the most impressive scenes I've seen in years. This is one fairy tale that adults will not want to miss. 3.5 stars for Hanna.
In a faraway land, there lived two brothers. One brave and bold, the other not so much.
Woo! Next up this week, Your Highness. Your Highness is a Monty Python-like spoof on all the old medieval magic movies like Willow or Clash of the Titans many of us grew up loving. It's a story about a dashing prince and his slacker of a brother who set out on a dangerous quest to save his true love from an evil wizard before he sacrifices her to create an evil dragon. This leads to sword fights, horse and carriage chases, and battles with large five-headed creatures that are all kind of exciting fun. The twist here is that this is a Danny McBride movie directed again by frequent collaborator David Gordon Green, and that means that it's all about getting stoned and dropping the F-bomb. Some might call this Pineapple Express with swords and sandals. Those people would not be far off, except that Pineapple Express was pretty clever fun, and Your Highness is much more of a hit and miss than anything. I laughed a bit, but after the 50th sex joke, I grew a little tired of the repetitive nature of the whole thing. I really wanted to love this film. There are a lot of good actors here, from James Franco as the Prince, Zooey Deschanel as his true love, to Natalie Portman as a variation on Xena Warrior Princess, and they are clearly having a good time. Which I guess is why I kind of enjoyed myself. However, we should expect something a lot better from such a talented team. This film is lazy, and could only be qualified as a missed opportunity. It's too bad. This could have been something special. 2.5 stars for Your Highness.
Your Highness.
Call 911!
Teenage girl from the North Shore. Shark attack.
Traumatic amputation. Feel loss of blood. She's going into hypovolemic shock.
Last up in theaters this week is Soul Surfer, the true story of Bethany Hamilton, a world-class surfer who lost her arm to the belly of a shark and still managed to become one of the best female surfers in the world. Inspirational stuff for sure, and with a cast like Dennis Quaid, Helen Hunt, and Anna Sophia Robb, you would think this would be something special. So why did I dislike this movie so much? Well, 2 words: Sean McNamara. Watching Soul Surfer is kind of like how you would imagine watching Michael Bay direct a melodrama. At least, that is, if Michael Bay had no concept of dramatic timing, or how to use special effects, or use wide-angle lenses, or slow motion for some sort of emotional depth. However, Michael Bay, for all his inability to keep the camera on something for more than 3 seconds, does actually know how to do these things. So, I guess it's not like letting Michael Bay direct a melodrama at all. That might actually have some potential. No, Mr. McNamara's film is more like watching a train wreck without the cool explosions. A scattershot soap opera that falls off the cliché tree in the 3rd act and hits every branch on the way down. The most disappointing thing about this film is they have taken such an inspirational true story and destroyed everything that might have made it truthful or personal. It's quite a shame. 1.5 stars for Soul Surfer. Alright, last film out this week in theaters is Arthur, starring Russell Brand and Helen Mirren. This film actually did not screen in time for me to see it, so you can catch it on our website, www.thankyufw.com, along with all the rest of the reviews on this week's show. So, now we're going to move on to what's coming soon to theaters. This week on Coming Soon to Theaters, we have an advanced look at the WonderCon footage of the Green Lantern.
Badly wounded. Heading to the nearest inhabited planet for the selection process.
Your name.
Hal Jordan.
The ring chose you.
Take it. Place the ring in the lantern.
Speak the earth.
Protector of Sector 2813. Your mask will appear when protection of your identity is required. As you are the first human to be chosen, I have been sent to welcome you here.
And here is...
Welcome to Oa. The ring turns thought into reality.
Brightest day, and blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light!
Alright, last up on the show this week, just like every other week, is Coming Soon to DVD, where we talk about the movies for all of you guys that just want to chill out on the couch.
I'm Cora!
Turning around.
Not by choice. Their vehicles aren't designed
Obviously not.
That's right, boys and girls. First up on DVD this week is the special effects extravaganza Tron Legacy. Tron Legacy is the long-awaited sequel to the eye-opening 1985 special effects classic Tron, and it is also something of a special effects classic itself. The story has to do with the son of the creator of a digitalized world trying to free his father from the world that he created. However, what you really came for is the astonishing visuals, and this film does not disappoint. As a matter of fact, this film's technical feats are the biggest snub of the 2010 Oscars in my opinion. It is filled with some of the best special effects, costume design, set design, and original score I heard all last year. And as an added bonus, there's actually quite a bit of heart in this simple story of father and son. 3.5 stars for Tron Legacy.
Stephen Russell, you are sentenced to 25 years.
My name is Stephen Russell.
Nice to meet you, Stephen Russell. My name is Phillip Morris.
This is destiny.
Next up on DVD is I Love You, Phillip Morris. This film is the true story of a closeted homosexual, played by Jim Carrey, married with several kids, who decides to come out of the closet. When he comes out, he finds that leading the life of a homosexual is expensive. So he becomes a con man by committing credit card and insurance fraud. This lands him behind bars where he meets the man of his dreams named Phillip Morris, played by Ewan McGregor. His love for Phillip leads him to escape prison, pose as a lawyer, bust him out, and commit almost every form of money fraud there is. I won't ruin what all this guy does, but it's pretty amazing stuff. However, the really amazing things here are the performances by Carrey and McGregor. The love they have in this film is palpable and will be hard not to ignore, even by those on the opposite side of the sexual fence. 3.5 stars for I Love You, Phillip Morris. Next up on the show this week, Little Fockers. Little Fockers is the very definition of a paycheck picture. There's absolutely no reason for it to exist other than to make money off a franchise name. There's nothing new to this story of Jack Burns constantly spying on Gaylord Fokker so he can carry on the family name. The other two had a gimmick they used for laughs. This movie literally has nothing but a name. And after this garbage, that name is well worn out. 1 star for Little Fockers.
Beautiful.
Our last film on the show this week is Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader will most likely be the last of the Narnia films. It did not do very well in the box office, and after watching it, I can understand why. The film is truly the most uninspired of the lot. The story is filled with giant dragons and sea monsters, but does not feel nearly as wondrous as the first or as exciting as the second. It just kind of feels like what was left over in C.S. Lewis's head, which might have been fine if they were given a proper budget, but with weak special effects and cinematography, it just misses the mark. 2.5 stars for Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Okay, that about wraps it up for the show this week. Be sure to tune in next week, where we'll have brand new reviews of Scream 4, the latest Wes Craven sequel, and Rio, the new film from the studio that brought you Ice Age. From all of us here at Shot and Cut Films, we thank you for watching.